Okay, Court of Appeal. Okay, let's run with this one for the 24th of October 2019. Again, this is just paperwork that we've put up, and you can make up your own mind in the court of your own conscience as to what is what. I sometimes wonder, going through this paperwork, whether or not the government of the day, in its attack upon the judicial system, and the judicial system now in free fall and attack upon the general public, that the government of the day may have put out an order that the courts should protect government departments. I wonder if that's equally happening. Strengthening the likes of the Court of Appeal in their defence of government departments such as the council, local government ombudsman, health service ombudsman, well, parliamentary health service ombudsman, and of course chief constables, and all in high rank, and then eventually filter down to the policeman on the beat, so that none who are associated with and employed by the establishment can be sued or prosecuted. It appears to be going that way. The constitution of my own country, of England, is under attack. And I'm just wondering, this latest piece of fiction, the coronavirus, okay? I'm wondering if that was put in place as such a distraction, the ultimate distraction, especially with China. I mean, let's face it, China doesn't like its people. The British government hand in hand with their bugs. China! You might as well say Stalin or Mussolini or Hitler or Pol Pot for China. China's most wicked. The Chinese want to get out. That's why they're all over the world. They're fleeing the pigging place. Now that they can get over the borders free, well, they couldn't before. Oh, they're getting out. I don't pigging blame them. But the British government says, oh yeah, your pals, One and the picking same. Oh my, totalitarian state of the British government joining with a totalitarian state of China. Except with China, they're open about it. This English Parliament, smooth as oil. Yes, one day we're going to wake up and we're going to see the final piece put in place. Okay, into this building, the cornerstone, the chief cornerstone. That being that coppers and anybody, again, that is within the confines of the British establishment, any person will be free from being sued and prosecuted. The law is under attack. When we talk about law, we're talking about, I'm not talking about the first law, natural law, because that's always under attack. And even more so now. Plus common law, that's under attack. Plus statute law, that's the law we're talking about. That's visibly, predominantly thrown in our faces as being under attack by Parliament and by certain judges and certain police officers, and they are amassing themselves. In other words, they are becoming more and more being seen to be corrupt, and in the midst there is that small little body of good people. And I wouldn't again be surprised that the constitution of this country, its legal, unwritten constitution, but still written in a way that it is historical and oral, is being undermined. And this is why the government has brought about this fake story in line with a corrupt China. And then other countries have followed suit for their own purposes. You see, the thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, government is not like us. We're decent people. We're honest people. We're forthright people. We speak it as it is. You look at picking government, and behind the sodding curtain, these buggers are hand in hand. The countries of this world are hand in hand with everybody else's government. And they do things, and they get around tables and get conference centres, and they, oh yeah, you know, what can I get out of this, says China. Well, our big wigs say you can get this out of it, and think tank says you can get this out of it, but keep it away from the public. Okay? It's wheels within wheels. Ezekiel's wheels. Okay? They're doing things behind our backs. Let me explain something. In the Cold War, alright, so-called Cold War, tensions were brought about between Russia, America and Britain, for the starters. The British government was still laundering Russian monies, billions, and still is. Still is. Still is doing it. They're one and the same with the Russian government. And so is America, but it's put out as though they're the enemy. Well, when you go to the reality of it, Russia is not the enemy of anybody. Not now. Communism's gone. But even in the days of communism, it was a mixture of, yeah, they're going to take over this country and that country, we must fight for the independence of that country. Korea, etc. Vietnam, 50s. The thing about it, that whilst that political movement machinations were going on, right, people were dying, soldiers were dying and all the rest of it, the Peking governments were still one with the Russian government. We're still giving technology and money laundering to the Russians, to the Soviets then, as it was. And this just goes on. And so at the end of the day, we turn around here, nonconformists, and say, right, okay, this is what's reality, this is what's going on. I'm going to tend to my garden. I'm going to tend to my life. I'm going to tend to the things that are around me. Sod the British government, sod the American government, sod every other government. Sod them. Chinless wonders. I have a life, I'm going to lead it, okay? But we have a bunch of donkeys out here who will go on to the next virus if they decide they need another virus. The British government needs to promote another fake story of another pandemic, epidemic, plague, whatever. They will do so. They will do so. Okay? And the people will just go along with it. Just go along with it. Well, let's see what else we've got for papers that we've got on here.